This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to show 217 of Aussie Mac Zone. So we're here and we've got Garth here. How are you, sir?
Good, Michael. How are you?
Very, very good, thank you. We've got Zarn pushing the buttons again.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Zarn.
There you go.
He pushes my buttons all the time. Just right.
Lucky he knows which are the right ones.
So, just remember we are presented by athwebhosting.com.au with friendly help when needed, 24/7 ticket support system from $9.95 per month when paid annually. It uses the cPanel, the industry standard user-friendly feature-rich control panel. You can install 250 scripts, including WordPress and Joomla, with one click, accepting PayPal as well as other cards. You get instant activation, auto setup, 24/7, free setup, domain registration available, 99.95% uptime, or should I go 0.005 downtime?
It's not exactly a glass half full or glass half empty, is it? Sort of like a glass very, very, very nearly full, or a glass very, very, very slightly empty.
Yeah, there's either dust or lots of water. Anyway, it's all uptime, remember that. And affordable and competitive plans. So thank you, ATH Web Hosting. So our little Aussie Apple ramblings. So we have had a couple of people, for people that want to come in and co-host Aussie Mac Zone.
Nice.
That's feedback at aussiemaczone.com.au. Yeah, we've got a couple of people put their hand up already, so that's good. Story number 1. Apple Chadstone revamped store opens. So Victoria's Chadstone Apple Store has been moved, upgraded to triple the size, and is now Australia's flagship store, I would say. It already was a busy store, averaging 3,500 customers a day. It's not bad, is it?
Crikey.
3,500. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it features an area called the Boardroom for business customers, app developers and entrepreneurs to hold meetings or get hands-on training or advice. It's got a 6K video wall, is the heart of the forum area where
6 kilometres long.
It is pretty big.
Sorry, Zarn.
Zarn's all confused now.
I know, that was pretty terrible, wasn't it? But yeah.
Yeah, free educational and creative sessions will be available. Included is the Genius Grove with native ficus flash trees bathed in natural sunlight from a skylight 7.6 metres up. And it all starts with the Avenue, described as a faux boulevard showcasing Apple products. And this is all reached by entering through 4.2 metre tall bronze pivot doors. And it does look very classy.
Okay. I really want to check this place out. I was wondering if we were going to get any of these redesigned Apple stores with all the... I don't know, the Grove thing, though, sounds a little bit... I don't know, the Genius Grove, really? Like, I'm all for a section that has trees and sunlight and so forth.
Yeah.
But that should be the... I don't know, some other part, not the bit... It just seems so incongruous to me.
But you don't have a Genius bar anymore. They sit you down at all different places around the shop, and then the Genius comes to you. You don't go up and sit at that bar and have a drink like you used to.
I know, but I still don't feel like it should be in the trees. I don't know why. Yeah. It just seems weird.
So,
Genius.
obviously, this is a Bondi inspiration because Bondi, I think, was one of the first stores that actually had live trees and a skylight in it. Okay. It's been open for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it hasn't got this whole makeover, though, has it?
No.
This is sort of the new... This is how Apple stores are going to be, or at least how our premier Apple stores are going to be, with the Grove, the boardroom type area and
Yep.
so forth. Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to it.
Is Penrith a premium store?
No, not yet.
Not yet. I don't think my local Robina store will ever be a premium one either. It'll have to move.
So we won't be getting any of this.
Well, like for example, the last time Chatswood redeveloped, they moved the store out from where they were, and then they at least doubled its size and put it back in the same place, and that's inside a shopping centre. So they could do that with Robina.
They could.
Penrith.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. It does look very classy, I must admit. Yeah, it's nice. So Apple Research details LiDAR-based 3D object recognition for autonomous vehicle navigation. Apple researchers are pushing forward with efforts to bring autonomous vehicle system to public roads, and last week published an academic paper outlining a method for detecting objects in 3D point clouds using trainable neural networks. While still in the early stages, the technology could mature to improve accuracy in LiDAR navigation systems. So this is all to do with, and I've got a link in here to the whole thing, and because the researchers like to develop their put their papers out there. That's why we're actually getting to see it a bit, I think. It's because, and as soon as it's got Apple's name on it, people jump on it. But yeah, I think it's just the researchers doing the job, and it's quite interesting looking at showing you the pictures with the LiDAR objects there. So if you go and have a look at the actual links in the show notes, it is interesting and very in depth.
It's I wonder at what point there'll be some fruit will be born of this research, if you know what I mean. Like, when will we actually hear / see some, product? Let's go with the product, whether it be OS for other car makers or whether they go into manufacture of their own cars themselves.
Yeah, may not even be that, because they use it for if we're going to have a VR headset for walking around, you need to be able to have that to stop walking into things. All that, all those little things that may never be a car.
No, that's true.
Why are we getting a VR headset to walk around?
Not sure.
Because it tells you what's in that building over there, or so it tells you history about.
So it's like a GPS for your everyday sort of
improve your vision or assisted vision if for people that
makes sense.
Or the typical thing that we saw. What was that movie? Who did this a long time? First, where you walk along, you see somebody, and little pop-up bubble comes beside their head saying, "This is so and so. You met them last on the blah. They have 3 children. Don't forget to ask about the wife." Sort of instant information, around your surroundings, whether it be then linked into shopping malls who want to advertise something to you. So you walk past the McDonald's and you get a jump in now for a coupon, and I don't know, the possibilities of having that kind of virtual reality or augmented reality, I guess we should say, really. And that's what.
And again, if that's, you might have an augmented reality headset that you pay for, or one that you get given for nothing, and one will have ads and one won't.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Also, what I thought of was Geordie from Star Trek, when he said the visual aid, things like that, because he was blind, and then he had that scanner across his eyes, and as next gen progressed, the technology got better until in the end, where the movie was, he actually had eyes, and they were augmented, visual aids that were his eyes. So, cool.
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, you'd be walking down the street and say, that guy that just walked past you, he's a wanted murderer in 7 states.
Yeah.
Keep walking.
Wow, the Christmas music's going on out the window.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's all in your street, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got our gift guide / wish list. So, Garth, you're starting with the Complete Control Ultimate 2, is it? Or 11?
11.
11.
So I've actually got the junior version of this, and so it'd only be an upgrade rather than the full 1700 or so.
Yeah.
It'd only be 400 or so. Basically, it's just a sample library that pairs with the keyboard. I don't know how to explain it. If you know what sample libraries are, then you'll know what it is. Otherwise, it's instruments, virtual, recorded instrument, like any piano you like.
Yeah, play the piano and it comes out as a guitar or a drum.
You're playing the piano and it comes out as everything, as anything you want it to be. And Native Instruments, who make this, are one of the premier vendors of this stuff. And the Complete Control Ultimate is it's an amazing group of instruments and.
And I was confused because your link, like you say, was $1,700 or whatever, and then I found the quote the same thing for like $279 or $379 or something. But obviously, it's because it's the starter pack, and then you've got all of the other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
One's a complete kit and one's only a starter pack, I would say.
There's like a complete select, and also what it might have been the upgrade version. So taking it from complete, so you got complete select, complete, or complete ultimate. So there's upgrade pricing. You buy one at one stage and then you can upgrade it later or whatever, yeah.
And what are you using that for? Are you musically inclined or...?
A little, yeah.
Yeah, so you sort of toy around with that sort of stuff.
And yeah, exactly. It's mostly
cool.
I mostly got it from my son. There's a keyboard that came with that, and then yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It is. It's an amazing thing. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Apple TV 4K.
Yes. So I want a either 55 or 60 inch television, a 4K TV for the lounge room. So, because as I said before, I'm a big gamer, and I thought, you can buy one of these, we call them Android TVs, or I could just go and get Apple TV, which does so much more because I can then link it to my Apple Music, my iTunes, my everything, and it's right there in my hand on the TV. I don't have to stuff around, with anything else. I can just run it all straight through Apple TV instead of, buying a TV and having the Android there. It doesn't do everything that I want it to. It won't play the music I want. And, my Apple Music app on here has got my playlist, has got my everything. And so I thought, by spending a little bit less money on a TV, I could then buy the Apple TV and have everything right there. So give me convenience or give me death. Yeah.
Then have you got the prior version of the Apple TV?
No, I don't. Michael does, and I play with it a lot.
Okay. Right, yeah, you definitely need an Apple TV 4K.
Yeah. No. So my first choice is the Apple AirPods, which I got a couple of weeks ago and I've been trying them out. Super convenient. Again, not having that cable, you think it's nothing until you actually realise, I'm sitting here working at my desk and then getting up and moving and not having to unplug your ear or, to stop something. Just keep walking around, be listening in a car that doesn't have Bluetooth in the car. Just have them in, get out of the car, keep walking, keep listening to the whatever podcast it is I'm listening to.
Yep.
Very, very convenient. Lasts for a long time. And I only listen to them with one at a time generally. So I get more than a day out of it without any problem whatsoever.
The battery life is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. So
yeah. No, they are
very,
really good.
very impressed. I can recommend them. Yeah, there's a lot dearer headphones out there that will definitely sound a lot better, like the over-the-ear ones or noise cancelling when you're on a trip or whatever. But just for convenience around town, they're great.
Yep.
Garth, we've got the Quiet Comfort 35. I'm 2 this time.
This time we're 2, yes. Speaking of better sounding, more comfortable. Well, I don't know about more comfortable, but so the Bose Quiet Comfort series have been around for a while, and this is the 35 second generation. These also come with Google Assistant built in as well.
Saw that.
Yeah, various levels of noise cancellation. So it has the active noise cancellation, the technology for which has got so much better than it was when they first came out. So it basically has microphones there listening to the sound that's coming in and puts an out-of-phase version of the sound in through the headphones, so it sort of phases out anything that you're hearing. So you put them on and it's complete silence. So fantastic for travelling, like you were mentioning. I don't know about you guys. If you get on a bus or you're in the car and you're listening to me, even you, Michael, if you had your window down in the car sort of thing and listening on your AirPods, you get out of the car and suddenly you realise how loud you had it.
Yes.
You think, geez, that hurts my ears. But it's just, because you had it up that loud. With the Quiet Comforts, you can be travelling in a noisy environment on a plane, whatever, and because it's blocking out so much of that outside noise, you really don't need to turn them up. So you owe it to yourself to spend $500 on a set of headphones just to protect your hearing. You see,
it's very clever, isn't it?
Yes,
very clever.
Yeah, really, really quite amazing.
Yeah. Zarn, iPad Mini 4.
Yeah, so this isn't really for me. This is more for my eldest son. He loves to, like, if we're in the car or, even if he's just getting tired, wants to have a little bit of time by himself, he likes to go and watch cartoons and gives us some free time too to watch what we want to watch if we're, so inclined. And I thought, well, the Mini, because he won't hold a big pad, I think they're too big for him and it's too bulky, he doesn't want that. So I just thought the Mini would be a great alternative to that, and
Yep, absolutely.
My 10-year-old is still loving his Mini, which is the first generation, so it's as very slow as anything. The screen is cracked to buggery, let's say. Really badly cracked, but it still loves it,
Yeah, Karen still likes using the Mini. We've got one Mini that she likes using. Yep. Just the size is nice for when you're just sitting in bed. So,
and shopping online?
Don't say that, please.
The thing with the Mini, though, do you think it's discontinued? Do you think will we get an refreshed version of the Mini?
I think so.
I was online only a few days ago looking at the iPad Mini 4. So I think we'll probably get one more, maybe.
I hope so. They didn't refresh it in the last lot of refreshes, though. All they really did was stop selling other versions of it, other than the 125, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
128, I should say. Only the one version of the Mini now, and it's
Yeah, I think it'll be there.
I think they'll probably stick with just that one. But,
let's hope they update the processor because it's lagging right behind the other ones at the moment. But
depends what you're doing with it, but really.
Oh, I know. It's completely
or just shopping or.
But you can't do any of your augmented reality stuff, and it's a great size for that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So my next choice is luxury leather band strap bracelet watch band for Apple Watch, and I just got it off eBay really cheap, and it lasted me for, well, it could still be lasting me, except I wanted to pinch the bits that connect your watch band to the watch for another band that I bought. So I bought a new one just the other day, waiting for it to turn up.
Yep.
And I bought some of the bracelet bits that go, the buckle parts that connect to your watch. I bought some blank one of those too.
Nice.
So basically you can put any watch band you like on an Apple Watch. It's totally up to you. Fake Hermes, etc. So
yep.
Yeah.
I got one of the Apple Velcro ones the other day too. The black one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite nice.
Comfortable?
Oh, yeah. Very comfortable. Really, well.
Simple.
simple, comfortable. They're good, but really they are like having a bit of Velcro on your wrist. So let's not say it's anything more special than that, really.
So yeah, it's just so I've got links for mine on there. It comes from a guy up in Darwin. So
okay.
It only takes a couple of days to get here, and away you go. So
very good.
So, Garth, you've got the most expensive product again on the list.
Hey, you said a range,
when it finally
didn't you?
gets here.
What was my next one?
iMac Pro.
Oh, yes. Well, we're going for a wish list. I thought this was supposed to be a wish list, not just,
Yep. No,
So,
that's anything you want it to be.
I've got a range of stuff in there, mate. And if I'm going to go put it on a wish list, I might as well get the top of the range, max it out to the everything I can,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Or if we're on Twit TV, we'd just call you Alex, wouldn't we?
Well, that's right, exactly. 3 Alex. I think an iMac Pro will be about 4 Alexes, I think, by the time
More than 10, about 11 in Australia.
Yeah, probably. So even, just having this keyboard, but in black, in space grey, because it's the only way you can get a space grey version of it.
Yep.
It's silly, obviously, but yeah, no. I mean, if you had your choice of any Mac, right? Would you not just max it out completely?
You'd go for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No questions asked. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big
Even if it
screen.
meant you sold it and then bought 4 other Macs that you wanted.
Yeah. Play with it for a week, sell it, keep the family happy, and buy them one. Yeah. So they're starting about, I figure, about 7.5 in Australia for the minimum
spend. Yeah.
What's the size of the screen on that
Crazy.
one?
27.
Yeah.
So, but it's all the stuff
Xeon
inside that makes it
processors.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zarn, see, he's up there with you. He's got down the iPhone 10.
Yes. I want this. I just want it because it's a new iPhone.
Yeah.
It's. Yeah, I've been watching YouTube videos about it and everything like that. Michael's been talking about it, and
Michael won't shut up about it. Be honest, son.
Over and over. That's right.
And I love this face recognition thing. Because I'm a massive sci-fi nerd. And so face recognition and everything like that really just sort of grabs my attention and makes me, live in awe and wonder of the future.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And just on the face recognition, the Apple ad for the iPhone 10 face recognition, I just saw it before our show started. Very, very good. First time I'd seen it. It was excellent.
Yeah.
With, they've got one girl and she's got about 20 different makeup, some radical, some plain, and it recognises her every time and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really well done ad. So
Yeah, I watched it the other day as well when I was fiddling around on the Apple website.
Yeah. As I said, my next one is the Apple Watch band with the bit that actually goes on your watch for putting any watch band you like on. That's my next one. So, and then Garth, we've got standard earpods, the lightning adapter to go with your iPhone 10.
So
Why is that?
no, that was 3 separate things.
Okay.
That was a whole. Well, I was doing a couple of real cheapies. Just the basic head. I'm using 2 of them now. Just the basic AirPods. Not even the AirPod. I mean, I love my AirPods. Don't get me wrong. But I use the AirPods so much more often for various reasons.
Yeah.
And let's face it, they do get worn out quite quickly because I use them so continuously.
Yeah.
So you always need a pair, whether you have the 3.5mm jack or the lightning adapter version, depending on your phone, is fine. Either one's fine. But you always need a couple of pairs around, I reckon, because no headphones for the price are as good, I don't think,
Yep.
for use with an iPhone anyway.
Excellent.
And of course,
I agree.
in the same token, you've got to have a couple of those adapters. If you are a 7 and above, you need some of those adapters lying about as well.
Yes. One in your bag and a couple somewhere else. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, Zarn, you've gone for the Bose Sound Sport.
Yes. Have you seen them? Oh my god, they're awesome. So they're like your wireless earpods, and like they go into your ears, and there's no cords or anything like that. They just sit there in the little pods, and I just think they're fantastic. I want some. They're expensive as hell, and I'll probably never ever own any. But yeah, no, I want them because they just look really cool, and I know that Bose sound quality is, better than most.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
And you've also got. Oh, sorry, Tom.
I was just going to say, how much are those up?
I think they're in between $250 and $350.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly. Yeah, but they're not cheap, but they're worth it. They're Bose, and the Bose sound systems are amazing. They're always so good. The sound quality is just so rich, and I'm big on my sound quality for music and gaming and all that sort of stuff. I think it's important. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Good call.
yeah.
And you've also got the Beats pill speaker.
Yeah, that's for the boys, because my boys are only young. They love to jump around and dance and everything like that. And so I thought, there's no music in the playroom. So normally, if we want music in the playroom, I've got to turn the stereo on and sort of face a speaker that way, so we can get it into the playroom. And so I thought, well, a little pill speaker. It's only tiny, and I could just run the phone through the pill speaker in the playroom, or even if we're out the back and the kids are jumping on a trampoline dancing, we've got a little bit of music for the kids to groove to.
And I like Garth's final one. I left it to last.
Is that my Tesla to arrive early?
That's the one.
Yeah.
we all knew what it was.
Christmas, right? Maybe
You'll have your truck
Christmas the
before.
year after next at this current rate. Not even next Christmas at the current rate.
But think how much better they're getting between now and...
Oh, I know,
then.
right? Exactly. Exactly. The build quality will improve, or they'll have all those little bugs worked out.
And
all versions of it will be available.
Charging stations all around the place for you.
That's
too.
right. Yeah. By then, exactly. The supercharger network will be built out even further, and there'll be more destination chargers around the place. So they're doing me a favour. Yeah, that's it.
And that's free to charge too if you drive to South Australia and use his battery, isn't it?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, probably. I don't know. They've got to find some way of getting people to drive to South Australia, probably. Sorry, South Australian listeners.
Correction to what I said last week. So Apple Maps does have a switch in settings for speed limit notifications to be displayed, but only in some areas. So I've had maps on all week, and so far not seen any in the Sydney area. So, yeah.
So you don't have to worry about the speed
Coming
limit in
slowly.
Sydney.
No, that's right. Just power on regardless.
Yep.
How fast can you go?
That's the speed
What I
limit.
do? I did 2 kilometres in 20 minutes the other day. I was pretty impressed with that.
Wow. Crikey.
Was it on Parramatta Road?
Yep.
I don't know that.
Parramatta
Ashfield
Parkway.
to Burwood. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shocking. Time to pick on Apple. Apple discloses, please remind me, student labour in iPhone plant. So Apple and its biggest manufacturing partner has said that a small number of students were discovered working overtime in its Chinese factory, violating local labour laws. The students work voluntarily in the factory for more than 11 hours a day as part of a school internship program at a plant run by Hon High Precision, also known as Foxconn, and the manufacturer confirmed this. And so, yes, they've put their hand up. I wonder if Apple are the only things that are made in that plant, and if their kids were only working on that. But, yeah.
Probably not, but that's, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so just... And they had to do this to pass their, whatever, to go on to next year or whatever, or finish their schooling, whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like an
If I'm not
intern, like
mistaken-
work
yeah,
experience type thing.
Yeah.
That's what internship is, though, isn't it? It's you're working for nothing. And
Yeah, but it's the overtime that they got into trouble for.
so instead of just working 8 hours, they're working 11.
Yeah.
11 hours a day instead of however many they were allowed to. Yeah.
Allowed to. Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you see in America, like people doing internships, especially as personal assistants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they run off their feet and they're not even getting paid for it. It's the chance to get in and be somebody at that company, and now they're whinging about this over there. Anyway.
No, see, the thing is, when they're in America, it's an internship. When they're in China, it's child labour.
Yeah, of course.
No,
Just in the wording, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm being overly facetious there. It's good that they are making sure that people are following, doing their best to make sure that the companies are abiding to the local laws. And, it's easy to happen even in, I bet it'll happen to employees here who want to do a bit of extra overtime. At some point, you've got to say, well, no, you've done as much as you're allowed to do at the moment. But if the line manager doesn't do that, then keep going. You want to earn more money, no worries. Or whatever.
That's right.
So these sort of things happen all the time. But it's not undercutting it, not dismissing it. Just
It just gave people a chance to pick on Apple again. That's all. So.
And that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether this is an Australian ad, but it's Apple's holiday ad shows off the wireless AirPods and a stunning dance performance in the snow. I don't know whether you've seen this. It's pretty awesome. The dancing's really good, and the actual production work in making the film clip's pretty awesome as well. So, really, really good. And then also, if you missed it, there's one called Taylor versus Treadmill that I would recommend everybody watch too for a laugh. I saw this on Gruen a couple of weeks ago, and I've put it in there as a link. So
is that the one where she falls flat on her face?
Yep. Yeah, Taylor Swift and on a treadmill, and again, she's poking fun at herself, which is great.
Yeah, it's good.
And remember, this is the same girl that picked on Apple just a little while ago, and now she's doing an ad for them. So, now, Apple offers gift cards with iPhone, Mac purchases in Australia and New Zealand for Black Friday. Apple has commenced its Black Friday shopping deals in Australia and New Zealand, providing customers with gift cards if they purchase Apple products through the online and retail stores for November 24, which I missed, didn't I? But I'm just letting you know to get prepared.
Yeah, I know. What are you doing here, Michael? You're just making everyone go, oh, you mean I lost $70 on a phone? Or
yes.
I saw $140 off iPad Pros. Well, not off, but you got the $140 worth of gift vouchers of Apple voucher, which, let's face it, we're all going to spend it. So it's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't forget we've got Aussie Tech Radio at AussieTechRadio.com, and you've got the Aussie Tech Security Podcast and Aussie Tech Heads Podcast, and which, don't forget, Aussie Tech Heads is an award-winning podcast. And we just got news this week that next year's awards are on the 5th of May, and they're holding it in Melbourne this year instead of Sydney, which is good. And Aussie Tech Heads award-winning. And don't forget, we are still on Spotify now as well. Just do a search for us. Now, here we go. Here's the real shopping list for all of us nerds. So, Time Magazine's top 10 gadgets of 2017. Will I start at the bottom?
Start at the bottom.
Okay. Sony Alpha A7R3 camera. So it's just got, I think it's got interchangeable lenses, very similar to the Nikon 1 camera, I believe, that one, but just a smart camera.
Yeah.
Apple Watch Series 3 came in at number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 was the Xbox One X. Number 7, Amazon Echo second generation. Number 6 was the Super Nintendo Entertainment Classic.
This is amazing, by the way. So it's just a tiny little Super Nintendo. So like the Super Nintendo that came out before, but now they've just downsized it. It doesn't take cartridges anymore. Obviously, the games are built in. But it's got all your classics from the games you loved from the Super Nintendo. They did last year. They did the NES, so the first Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I tried to get one 3 times and never got one because they were selling that fast. And so I probably won't get a Super NES either. But yeah, hopefully I will.
Amazing how quickly they are selling out, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're relatively cheap as well. Like, well, for instance, I've seen the Atari one. They've got an Atari one in one of the stores in Penrith, and I think that was going for like $79, and it's got all the Pitfall and Frogger and everything like that on it, which is really cool for a bit of nostalgic gaming, and it'll run on your flat screen TV. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Number 5, Samsung Galaxy S8. Number 4, the DJI Spark drone. That's I think that's one of the ones they keep in the Apple Store. Number 3, the Microsoft Surface laptop.
Don't know.
Here we go. Number 2, Apple iPhone 10.
There's number 2.
Is number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
And the number 1 gadget was the Nintendo Switch.
Oh wow! So Nintendo Switch is cool too. My little brother has one.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So
I tried. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
You go.
Oh yeah. So the Switch, which is great because you plug it into your TV and you can play it like a console game, or you can then pick it up. It has a screen as well, and then plug it. The handles then plug into the side. And you can leave and go out and use it as a handheld game console itself. So it's all in one. Nintendo have released some new Mario games as well, so you can go along and play Mario games wherever you are. And also Rockstar have just released LA Noire, which is a 1950s, 1930s, I can't remember, cops and robbers sort of scenario. Like all your old time movie, cop movies, or Dragnet, for instance. Yeah, cool stuff.
Nice.
You were saying, Garth?
What was I saying? Oh, I tried to, with Black Friday and Cyber Monday and so forth, Amazon had the Alexa, the one that was on there, the Echo, second generation, on for $79.
Yeah.
And won't ship to Australia. They wouldn't let me have one, Michael.
It's meant to be here already. So Amazon is saying they're in Australia. You can get Amazon television now in Australia because I have it. And yeah, but they were meant to be here shipping out.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're not. And so
No.
what's going on with Amazon?
I don't know. They keep promising and under-delivering.
Yes.
But they're coming into Canada on the 15th of December, I believe. So maybe it'll be going live in stores here at that same time.
Yeah.
Well, let's hassle out Amazon and see if we can get a response for them for next week.
There you go.
Because they're supposed to have already had a soft launch, and
Yeah.
I keep looking at Amazon.com.au, and it's
Pretty soft, all right.
Yeah.
Yes. And I can't, they're not using the master stores because that's got some other shopping centre in 10 of them, so it's not that.
Well, yeah, I hadn't thought about that. That would have been very handy timing, wouldn't it? For a couple of huge distribution centres.
That's
Yeah,
right.
master
But
stores.
but they've been set up with shopping centres now, and 10 of them.
Well,
So,
that might be 10 of them. There's probably a few more of them around, though.
Yeah. So I've got an update from last week where I talked about my photos being having weird numbers on them. But they're now in numbered sequence when I airdrop them from my iPhone 10 to my Mac. So I don't know whether the update fixed it or it was something that was pushed to it that fixed it. I don't have an answer for that. So, yeah, all of a sudden, oh, look, they're in order again.
Very good. That was just weirdness, that was. So I'm glad it's fixed either way. Yeah.
But it shows how clever it is that it wasn't doubling up on the numbers for the photos. It was just getting these random numbers. So ones that I'd thrown away or whatever. So, now what about anything else before we do these how-tos?
Well, one other little thing I got my hands on today, which is kind of iOS related, and that is the Trekker. Trekker Bravo I got, and I put an order in for some pixels as well. So this is the little Trekker, Trekker.com, on the little Bluetooth sort of coin-shaped sized things that, you pair with your phone and the app there, and uses the whole crowdsource location for the device. You can call your phone from your Bravo, or vice versa, call the Bravo from your phone. So
it's actually Trekker, Trackr.
Oh, I said TREK, didn't I?
Yeah, and I'm actually holding it up in front of the camera right now.
Oh, you got something there too? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had a Cyber Monday special that was buy 2 pixels, get 3 free. So instead of $25 US each, they were 5 for $50. So
it's not bad, is it?
No. I probably won't hear this in time, but if you're not, go and check it out, and they might still be going.
Well, you still got plenty of time for Cyber Monday, which I'm assuming they'll probably still be there for that.
Well, that's today.
For America. Yes. Well, it's tonight their time, and all the smart people are listening.
Live, okay. True. There you go. All right.
I'll be interested to hearing your report on them.
Yeah.
So, for example, in one of our big Westfields down here, when you open the app, and it actually tells you how many people are actually got the trackers running in that shopping centre, just in that vicinity. And the Parramatta one, massive number.
Really?
Massive number. It was, and that was just in that shopping centre on a Thursday night, which was amazing. The challenge that I had with mine was I could have my keys in one pocket and the phone in the other, and it would tell me that because you're not on your own Wi-Fi network where you can separate for a distance, every now and again it'd go off. And I think that's because the Bluetooth goes on and off on your phone. So then it would go, oh, I've lost the tracker, and then it'd buzz you again.
Yeah.
So it'll just be interesting to see how you go.
Yeah, I haven't.
Also, one of mine's, the one that was going off all the time, is a bit knocked about. So maybe the batteries just gets loose and comes back on again. So.
Could be. So which one goes? Well, I haven't had them separated yet. So which goes off? The Pixel?
But
tracker.
They are nice, but
does the tracker go off when they become separated, or does the phone go off when they become separated?
The phone. Well, they both do.
Okay.
They both do. Yeah. But the advantage is you can set it so if you're in this Wi-Fi network.
Don't worry about it.
Like a safe Wi-Fi network, like your home.
Yep.
They don't, they can be meters and meters apart, or if you're at work, they can be meters and meters apart. But correct your autocorrect. So you're meant to type in pick, and your iPhone auto-corrected to lick. Don't worry, we've all been there. However, you shouldn't let autocorrect embarrass you anymore. Of course, you don't want to turn it completely off and risk accidentally hitting the wrong buttons yourself with nobody else to blame. Instead, go into your text replacement in your keyboard settings and add in words that you use often, which Apple autocorrects to something else. For example, when you type the acronym OMW, the phone defaults to on my way, and you can actually change that to just replace OMW so it says OMW or OMG. Depending what you want to say. And another little trick for us is prolong your battery. So not sure why your phone's battery is dying so quickly. finding out is easy. Go into settings, click battery, and you're presented with a list of all your apps and exactly how much battery they're sucking up. On the battery page, you can also switch your phone to power saving mode, which will extend the phone's battery life, but leave you with less options. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I've got.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our supporters. So thank you, Garth.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zarni.
Thank you. Had a great night, gentlemen.
Indeed.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.